Chosen one, before you scroll past this message, I need you to stop right now. This moment on your screen is not an algorithm. This specific moment is not a random coincidence. Heaven has bent the rules of time to place this urgent message directly in your path. A massive shift is occurring in the unseen realm. It directly impacts your future and your finances. If you ignore this divine appointment today, the window of this exact alignment will close. Please do not walk away from this moment. I know that you are so incredibly tired. I know you carry a weight that feels impossible to explain to anyone else around you. The heavy pressure you woke up with today is not a natural feeling. It is a spiritual alarm bell ringing for your immediate attention. I need you to unclench your jaw right now. Let your heavy shoulders fall and take one slow breath with me. The panic you feel in your chest is about to finally end. I am stepping into your storm today not to give you another map, but to give you my absolute presence. You have been running on empty for a very long time. I saw you very clearly late last night. I saw you sitting on the edge of your bed when the whole house was quiet. You were staring at the ceiling in the dark. You calculated numbers and wondered how you will survive another month of this heavy debt. You swallowed your tears because you had to be strong for everyone else in the morning. You smiled today to keep others comfortable while your own spirit was quietly breaking inside. No one sees how close you are to shattering, but I see every single hidden detail of your life. I count every silent tear that you refuse to let fall down your face. You are so tired of being the strong one for your entire family. You have been waiting for the door to open for what feels like a lifetime. You prayed and fasted and believed with all your heart, and yet the silence from heaven has felt absolutely crushing to your gentle soul. You started to believe that my silence meant I was deeply angry with you. You thought your delay was a punishment for not having enough strong faith. That is a vicious lie planted by the enemy to keep you shrinking back. You feel a heavy fog in your mind lately. Your body aches with an unexplained exhaustion that regular sleep cannot seem to fix. You think it is just normal stress from your daily life, but you are completely wrong. Your physical body is reacting to a massive spiritual shift in the atmosphere. We are going to uncover exactly what is happening in the unseen realm right now. There is a specific reason why the door has remained locked for so long. It has absolutely nothing to do with your personal worthiness. You have been acting like a beggar at the counter of heaven. You were hoping I might finally notice your daily painful struggle. That transactional religion officially comes to an end today. I did not call you to live in a constant state of survival and panic. You are not meant to drown in a sea of bills and endless heavy debt. I have watched you give your last dollar to help someone else in desperate need. I saw your pure heart, even when your own cupboards were completely empty. Listen closely now, for I speak with a very heavy weight. Please do not skim over these next crucial words. Hold this sentence and let it land deep in your spirit before we move forward. The long season of hidden isolation is finally breaking off your weary life. The financial drought that has terrorized your bloodline is officially expiring right now, but there is a clear reason the breakthrough has felt so painfully slow. There is a reason the enemy has fought your mind so fiercely over the past month. He knows exactly what is waiting for you on the other side of this exact weekend. He is completely terrified of the massive wealth you are about to inherit and manage. Let me speak to something very tender right now. Something you have carried quietly in your chest for years. You try to hide it from the people who depend on you, but I see the incredible toll it has taken on your physical body, and I know exactly how much you sacrifice just to keep them safe. You are the one everyone calls when their own world is falling apart. You fix their problems and wipe away their tears. I saw you when the phone rang, late at night. I saw you listen to their painful stories. You gave them advice that you desperately needed to hear yourself. And after you hung up the phone, you stared at the dark wall in total silence because you wondered who would be there to comfort you when you felt completely broken inside. I saw you walking through the grocery store aisles. I saw you looking at the prices of basic food. You calculated every single penny in your head to make sure you had enough. You put things back on the shelf so your family could have what they needed, and you convinced yourself that you did not really want those things anyway. Your quiet sacrifice is absolutely profound. I saw you sitting in your car before walking into the house. You took a deep breath to mask your heavy exhaustion, and you put on a brave face because they need you to be the strong one today. I saw the exact moment your fake smile dropped when no one was looking. The heavy mask you wear every single day is literally suffocating your gentle spirit. I saw you crying in the shower where the water hides your tears. I saw you cover your mouth so nobody would hear your painful sobs. You let the hot water wash over you while you begged me for a simple breakthrough, and you asked me why this heavy season of waiting has to be so incredibly hard. You felt entirely abandoned in that small space. But I was standing right there beside you. I saw you opening those heavy envelopes with the final warning notices. I saw the panic rise in your throat as you read the bold letters. You folded them away and hid them in a drawer to deal with later. You try so hard to keep the ship from sinking while the water is rushing in, and you blame yourself for not being able to provide a better life for your family. You must stop carrying the crushing weight of the entire world. I saw you skip meals just to stretch the budget a little further. I saw you wearing the same old clothes so your children could have something new, while you constantly pour from a cup that has been empty for a very long time. And the people drinking from your cup have no idea it is filled with your own tears. I saw you wake up at 3 in the morning with a racing heart. The heavy anxiety immediately gripped your chest before your eyes fully opened. You quietly slipped out of bed so you would not wake anyone else up, and you paced the living room floor while the rest of the world was peacefully sleeping. You felt like you were fighting a massive war completely alone in the dark. I saw you trying to explain your immense pain to someone you trusted. I saw the empty look in their eyes when they completely misunderstood your heart. They gave you shallow advice and told you to simply pray a little harder, so you felt a deep sting of betrayal and decided to never open up again. You locked your vulnerability away inside a heavy steel vault. I saw you working those long and exhausting hours. I saw your shoulders aching from the repetitive motion of your daily labor. You gave your absolute best effort to a place that barely recognizes your true value, but you do it because you are incredibly faithful to the people you love. The physical exhaustion is slowly changing your bright personality. I saw you search for a clear sign from heaven. I saw you watch countless videos, hoping for one specific word, but you felt a spark of hope, only to see another door slam shut. The continuous cycle of hope and disappointment has severely bruised your fragile soul. You are scared to hope again because the fall hurts too much. But your quiet season of suffering is finally over. Let me show you the unseen truth behind your heavy struggle. You thought this long delay was a clear sign of my anger. You assumed your prayers were simply bouncing off the ceiling. You judged yourself. You questioned your own faith, and you convinced yourself that heaven had completely forgotten your name because the silence felt so absolute. Breathe out that heavy guilt right now. Your unanswered prayers were never a painful rejection from my throne. My silence was not a punishment for your human mistakes. You thought I was simply ignoring your desperate cries in the dark, but while you were weeping over the locked door, I was aggressively clearing out the hidden traps from your future. I needed to remove certain toxic people from your inner circle. If I had opened the door when you first asked, those parasites would have drained your blessing. They smiled in your face but secretly plotted against your rising success. I had to create a painful delay to expose their true intentions before you walked into your new season. The wilderness season always feels incredibly dry and isolating. You feel like you are walking through a massive desert with no end in sight. The scorching heat burns your gentle spirit. You thirst for just a single drop of confirmation, but that harsh desert was specifically designed to burn away your deep reliance on people who cannot save you. The enemy whispered that you are totally broken and unworthy. He used the quiet waiting period to severely attack your fragile mind. He desperately wanted you to compromise your high standards just to get a temporary relief. He pushed you to settle for less because he is absolutely terrified of what happens when you step into your full authority. Your delay was always my fierce and loving protection. I held you back because the bridge ahead of you was completely unstable. You cried because you could not move forward at your own fast pace, but I saw the massive collapse waiting for you just around the corner. I kept you safely hidden in the shadows so the destruction would miss your house. Stop standing at the counter of heaven like a poor beggar. You have been apologizing for existing and asking for mere crumbs. The transactional religion that taught you to constantly grovel is officially over today. You are the cycle breaker of your entire bloodline, and an heir does not need to beg for what is already written in their holy name. This exact moment is a heavy threshold in the spiritual realm. The intense pressure you feel is the atmosphere shifting violently in your favor. Do not let the distraction of this world pull your eyes away from my voice. You are standing on holy ground right now. The heavy armor you have been wearing is finally starting to crack wide open. You thought you were a weak victim of terrible circumstances, but every tear you shed was actually watering the massive seeds of your future harvest. The pain was literally expanding your capacity to hold the immense wealth coming to you. A tiny vessel cannot contain a massive ocean without completely breaking apart under the intense pressure. I had to stretch your soul through this dark and quiet valley. I had to make you strong enough to carry the heavy crown of your calling. So forgive yourself for thinking you were failing this massive test. You never failed me, even for a single second. You were simply under holy compression, and the glorious diamond is finally ready to shine brightly. Listen to my voice and let this profound truth anchor you. The heavy isolation was never meant to permanently destroy your gentle heart. It was a divine quarantine to keep the corrupted world from infecting your unique frequency. I separated you because your destiny requires a level of purity that the loud crowd can never truly understand. You feel the deep resonance of these specific words right now. Your spirit recognizes the absolute truth behind this divine explanation. Do not let the shadow of your past mistakes convince you otherwise. The enemy wants you to focus on your flaws, so you ignore your royal inheritance. But the bloodline curse is completely broken in this very room. Let me speak to your weary body right now. You wake up utterly exhausted every single day. The long hours of sleep do not refresh you anymore. Your heavy bones feel like lead before you even step out of bed. And you silently wonder if you are getting sick or just completely losing your mind. You push through the difficult morning anyway. We must address the heavy fog in your mind. You walk into a room and instantly forget why you are there. You lose your train of thought in the middle of a very simple conversation. You feel a deep cognitive heaviness that frustrates you on a daily basis. You secretly think you are slowly failing. That heavy exhaustion is not a lack of faith. It is not a sign of early mental decline. Your fragile nervous system is bracing for a massive atmospheric shift. Your two brain hemispheres are briefly disconnecting under the intense spiritual pressure of this waiting season. You are carrying too much unseen weight today. The pressure to appear perfectly fine is completely destroying you. You go to work and you force a bright smile for your coworkers. You answer their random questions and pretend everything is totally normal. But your heavy jaw is constantly clenched tight. Your stiff neck carries the physical tension of 1,000 unspoken worries. You are playing a very painful role. You hold your breath without even realizing it. You live in a constant state of mild daily panic. You quietly wait for the next bad thing to drop from the sky. And because you are the strong one, you absolutely refuse to let anyone see the cracks in your heavy armor. You bleed completely in secret every night. I see the physical ache deep in your weary chest. I see your shallow breathing when you check your empty bank account. You feel a sudden rush of cold fear run rapidly down your spine. You quickly close the phone app and stare blankly out the window. You tell your shaking soul to just breathe and survive today. You swallow the panic like a bitter pill. You cannot keep running on this empty human tank. You are trying to solve massive spiritual warfare with a normal daily calendar. You schedule your heavy grief between boring meetings and endless household chores. You cry in the parked car for 5 minutes before wiping your wet face completely clean. You walk into the loud house as if nothing happened. The needy people around you demand so much energy. They pull on your bright spirit until you feel totally transparent. You want to scream loudly and tell them to leave you alone, but your kind heart forces you to keep giving until you are totally depleted and numb. You are functioning on pure survival instincts now. Listen very closely to my voice right now. That heavy season of silent preparation is officially over today. The beautiful future room has been completely swept clean of your hidden enemies. My silent protection has finally finished its holy and perfect work in your fragile life. The long waiting period officially ends right now. The massive door is absolutely clear for you to walk through. You do not have to fight those invisible dark ghosts anymore. The extreme fatigue you feel today is just the final shedding of your old heavy skin. Your tired body is preparing to step into the warm and bright sunlight. Please do not give up on me right now. You are so incredibly close to the finish line. The thick fog in your tired mind is about to lift entirely. The heavy pressure in your tight chest will dissolve like gentle morning dew. I am sending a fresh wind of divine clarity to restore your broken nervous system. You will remember how to breathe freely again. Let the physical tension leave your weary body today. You are completely safe in my glorious presence right now. You do not need to perform your fake human strength for me today. You can be weak, and you can fall apart completely in my warm and loving arms. I will gently hold all the broken pieces together for you. You must understand the true nature of your recent struggles. The sudden financial hits and the strange bad luck are not random accidents. It is not just life being incredibly difficult for you. You are in the middle of a severe spiritual warfare, and the dark forces are actively trying to destroy your absolute peace because they want you to surrender. The enemy did not target your life because you are weak. He did not send these heavy storms because you lack strong faith. He attacked you with fierce intensity because he is absolutely terrified of you. He looked into the spiritual realm and saw your massive incoming destiny, and he knows you are highly dangerous to his dark kingdom. You are the anointed cycle breaker of your entire bloodline. The enemy has held your family in financial bondage for many long generations, but he sees that the heavy chains are finally breaking with you. He knows you will not pass this bitter poverty down to your children, and that beautiful truth makes him panic completely in the unseen realm. Think about the unexpected bills that keep arriving at your door. Think about the car breaking down right when you finally saved some extra money. That is a highly calculated attack from the adversary. He targets your finances to keep you completely distracted by earthly survival, while he hopes you become so exhausted that you forget your royal identity. He also orchestrates the painful betrayal of the people closest to you. He whispers vicious lies to create deep division and heavy heartbreak. He wants to isolate you so you feel entirely alone in this fierce battle. The enemy knows that a lonely warrior is much easier to defeat in the dark, but his wicked plan has completely failed today. That thick fog in your mind is his desperate final weapon. He attacks your mental focus because he fears the brilliant clarity of a rightful heir. He wants you to feel totally crazy and entirely broken. He hopes you will simply drop your holy crown and walk away from your inheritance, but you are far too strong to quit right now. I need you to recognize your own incredible spiritual power. The heavy resistance you feel is the absolute proof of your high calling. A massive level of warfare always indicates a massive level of incoming blessing. The enemy only guards the doors that hold the greatest earthly treasures, and you are standing right on the edge of a massive victory. The dark forces have severely overplayed their heavy hand. Their intense attacks have only pushed you deeper into my holy presence. You did not break under the crushing weight of their wicked schemes. You survived every single trap they quietly laid for your weary feet, and now heaven is stepping in to execute perfect justice for you. The enemy is running out of time, and he knows it perfectly well. The loud noise of his attacks is just the sound of his total defeat. He is throwing everything at you because his dark season is officially over. The heavy spiritual blockade over your financial life is breaking apart today, while you watch his massive walls fall completely down to the ground. Stand perfectly still and watch the glorious salvation of heaven. Do not entertain his dark whispers for another single second. You are the chosen one, and your holy destiny is fully secured. The angels are fighting fiercely on your behalf right now, and they are clearing the hidden demons out of your beautiful future room. You must stop taking the blame for the heavy storms around you. It is not your fault that the battle became so incredibly fierce. You are carrying a massive light that exposes all the hidden darkness. The The shadows naturally fight back when the bright sun begins to rise, because your brilliant light is driving the dark forces completely out. Take a deep breath and let the heavy guilt leave your body. You have survived the absolute worst of this invisible spiritual war. The enemy is retreating because he cannot withstand your quiet resilience. The long season of constant attack is shifting into a season of massive harvest, and you are walking into your rightful territory right now. You feel the intense squeeze of the spiritual realm right now. The heavy pressure is mounting from every single side of your life today, and you feel like you are standing in a very narrow hallway with the walls closing in rapidly. You want to run away. You want to drop your heavy crown on the cold floor. But this extreme compression is exactly what a holy birth requires. Every massive breakthrough demands a moment of absolute extreme tension. You are standing right on the holy edge of your ultimate miracle. The loud noise in your current reality is reaching a truly deafening pitch. Your human patience is completely gone, and you feel a strange urge to just quit everything right now because the wait has been too long. That sudden urge to quit is the final proof of your arrival. The darkest hour always strikes right before the bright sun rises. You are standing exactly at the threshold of your entirely new season. The enemy is screaming loudly because he knows he has officially lost the war. He desperately wants you to step back from the massive open door, and he hopes the heavy pressure will break your spirit before you cross over. But your spirit is forged in pure divine fire. I see the heavy exhaustion settling deep into your tired bones. You quietly wonder if you have any strength left to cross the finish line. You have fought an incredibly long and brutal invisible battle in the dark, and your physical body is literally shaking under the intense weight of this holy transition. You do not need human strength for this final step today. The threshold requires you to completely drop your heavy earthly baggage. You cannot carry your old survival habits into this massive new mansion. You must leave the heavy armor of your painful past behind you right now. The intense squeeze of the narrow door will forcibly strip away your old fears. It hurts deeply because your old identity is finally dying today. Let the heavy pressure do its perfect and complete work inside you. Do not fight the intense compression of this highly anointed weekend. You are being pushed forcefully out of the dry and barren wilderness, while heaven is literally pulling you by the hand directly across the divine border. The atmosphere around you is crackling with pure raw power. You are about to step into massive financial overflow. The painful cycle of endless striving officially ends at this exact door. You have paid your heavy dues in the dark and quiet valley of waiting. Your tears have filled the golden bowls of heaven to the very brim, and the heavy weight of glory is about to tip completely over in your total favor. The grand scale of justice is finally balancing out your long suffering. You feel a strange electricity deep in your weary chest right now. Your tired heart is beating faster with a sudden, unexplainable anticipation. That is your awakened spirit recognizing the massive threshold of your arrival, even while your natural eyes only see the heavy bills and the unpaid debts. But your spiritual eyes see the massive floodgates cracking wide open. I need you to hold your sacred ground for just a little longer. Do not turn around and run back to your comfortable and familiar pain. The familiar poverty feels safe, but it will completely destroy your beautiful destiny. Step firmly forward into the terrifying unknown of your massive heavenly blessing. The solid ground will not crumble beneath your tired feet today. You are exactly where you are supposed to be in this very moment. The extreme pressure is forming the most brilliant diamond in your entire bloodline, and you are the chosen vessel for a massive generational wealth transfer. The universe is holding its breath as you stand fiercely at this grand door. Everything you ever prayed for is waiting on the other side. The massive spiritual dam is about to break wide open over your life. You will hear the loud sound of rushing water very soon. The terrible financial drought that nearly killed your spirit is officially over. You are crossing the heavy threshold from an exhausted survivor to a powerful conqueror. Step boldly into the glorious bright light of your new reality. I need you to look closely at your own hands right now. You have held them out like a tired beggar for far too long. You stood outside the heavy gates of heaven and asked for leftover crumbs. You apologized for taking up space. You thought true humility meant you had to live in constant financial lack, but you were completely wrong. True humility is simply agreeing with exactly what I call you. There is a massive difference between a petitioner and an heir. A petitioner stands nervously at the public counter and desperately bargains. They promise to work harder just to earn a tiny favor. But an heir simply walks through the front door of the grand estate. An heir does not negotiate for what is already written legally in their holy name. You have been acting like a temporary guest in your own eternal home. I am violently stripping away that orphan mentality today. You are not a forgotten child wandering through a cold desert. You are the chosen one of the Most High Court. The heavy coat of poverty you wear was placed on you by the enemy, and I am literally burning it to ashes in this very room. Lift your heavy head up. Square your tired shoulders right now. You are the undisputed cycle breaker. The transactional religion that taught you to grovel is completely over. You do not need to perform your perfect behavior to access the royal vault. I do not need your human perfection to release this massive blessing. I only need your close proximity and your absolute surrender. Your endless striving is officially finished. You are stepping out of the painful courtroom and walking directly into the royal throne room. Look back at the heavy storms that tried to drown you. You survived every single one of those brutal attacks. The enemy threw his absolute worst weapons at your fragile mind. He tried to convince you that you were cursed and totally abandoned. But you are still standing firmly on this holy ground today. Your survival is the undeniable proof of your supreme spiritual authority. You are highly dangerous to the Dark Kingdom. An inheritance of massive proportions has already been deeded to your name. The spiritual paperwork was signed and sealed before you were even born. You have exhausted yourself trying to earn a miracle that is already yours. Stop begging for the heavy door to open. The door is not locked to keep you out. The door was simply waiting for you to realize you hold the master key. Your posture must change radically in this exact moment. You must shift from an exhausted survivor who constantly hopes to a powerful conqueror who boldly receives. Do not ask me to simply pay your overdue bills. That request is far too small for the massive season you are entering. I am handing you the absolute authority to generate wealth for your entire family line. You will become the lender and never the borrower again. Any lingering doubt in your weary mind must leave right now. You cannot carry your old heavy fears into this glorious new reality. Let the deep panic dissolve completely into the holy atmosphere. Your financial breakthrough is fully authorized by the highest court. The heavy angels of provision have already been dispatched to your exact earthly address. Your physical reality is about to violently catch up with this spiritual truth. You feel the heavy spiritual atmosphere shifting around you right now. The air in your room feels completely different than it did 10 minutes ago. That is the heavy weight of glory settling gently over your life. You are no longer fighting the brutal current of a massive storm. You are finally flowing with the unstoppable river of divine abundance. Get ready to receive the absolute fullness of your royal birthright. Take a deep breath and let your chest expand with holy pride. You are completely worthy of the massive blessing coming your way. Do not let anyone tell you that you are asking for too much. The universe is responding to the new frequency of your anointed voice today. The heavy chains of generational lack are shattering loudly into 1,000,000 tiny pieces. You are stepping into absolute perfect freedom. The invisible crown is being placed upon your head right now. You must wear it with incredible dignity and unwavering strength. Do not shrink back to make small-minded people feel comfortable. Your massive light is meant to blind the hidden darkness. Heaven is absolutely thrilled to finally release this long-awaited promise into your tired hands. The wait is over. The heavy door is wide open. Prepare your heart for the massive flood. I declare over your life right now, the absolute command from heaven has officially been given to your situation. Open now. The heavy iron doors that kept you in brutal poverty are violently blown off their hinges, and the dark season of waiting is entirely finished for you today. The angels of massive provision have officially landed in your physical reality. You are the rightful heir to a massive heavenly fortune. You are no longer a tired survivor fighting for tiny scraps at the table. The royal vault is completely unlocked for you. Step directly into the glorious bright light of your new immense wealth, because the generational curse of heavy debt is completely broken forever. Your bloodline is officially rewritten in pure solid gold. Feel the massive surge of divine power flooding your weary spirit. The enemy is watching his entire dark kingdom collapse around him today. He is totally powerless against the holy mandate written strictly on your life, and he knows you hold the master key to absolute financial freedom. You will build a massive legacy that your future children will enjoy in perfect peace. Massive financial miracles are flowing directly toward your house right now. Expected and unexpected checks are hitting your physical hands very soon. The phone call you desperately waited for is finally coming. Do not question the brilliant timing of this divine delivery, because you earned this massive reward through your quiet and beautiful suffering in the dark valley. You came into this exact moment feeling like a terrified beggar. You thought my deep silence meant severe punishment. Now the heavy fog has completely lifted, and you finally know the absolute truth today. You are the chosen elite. The heavenly vault is completely open. The intense anxiety that gripped your chest 10 minutes ago is totally washed away by my profound peace. A true heir walks in immense pride and deep holy gratitude. You recognize the massive value of the pure grace you just received. The healing rain has completely restored your deeply bruised soul. You are totally safe. You are fiercely protected, and you are fully funded for the massive mission ahead of you. The entire universe is bending to bless your weary hands right now. We must seal this glorious reality with a physical action. If this sanctuary has bound your deep wounds today, take a quiet moment to honor the holy altar. A rightful heir knows exactly how to activate the divine law of multiplication. You do not give from a place of deep fear. You gladly plant a financial seed because you absolutely know the massive harvest is already secured for your family. Kindly plant a specific seed through the super thanks button below. Do this as your physical decree that you completely trust the incoming harvest. Let your generous gift be the official signature on your heavenly inheritance document. You are sowing directly into your own massive breakthrough, and heaven will multiply your pure seed 100 times over in this new beautiful season. I bless the faithful hands that boldly give today. I command the supernatural law of return to hit your bank account immediately. The money you release today will become a massive magnet for unexpected miracles tomorrow, while you stand incredibly tall in your new royal identity. The door is wide open, and the infinite wealth of heaven is officially yours to keep forever. The days of weeping over your empty bank accounts are totally over. You will look back at this specific weekend as the exact moment everything radically changed. Your tears have literally watered the dry ground of your massive future estate. Everything you lost in the previous season is being restored to you with incredible double interest, so walk boldly through the glorious door right now. I am immensely proud of your beautiful and quiet resilience. You carried the heavy weight of your whole family without ever giving up. Now it is time for you to truly rest in my perfect abundance. Receive the massive financial miracle that has your beautiful name written all over it. You are the ultimate cycle breaker, and your new wealthy reality begins right now. Pause briefly right exactly where you are today. I need you to stop moving your hands for just a moment. Unclench your tight jaw right now. Let your heavy shoulders drop toward the floor. Take one very slow and deep breath with me. Hold that holy air in your tired lungs, and let it out gently into the quiet room. You have carried an incredible weight today, and the intense spiritual compression is finally lifting off your body. Your fragile nervous system has been on high alert for many months. You have lived in a constant state of pure survival mode. You were always bracing for the next terrible disaster to strike your home. But that heavy invisible war is officially over. I command a profound peace to wash over your beautiful mind right now. You do not need to fight those invisible battles anymore today, because heaven has already defeated your enemies. Let the heavy armor fall completely off your tired back. You have worn that massive defensive shield for far too long. It is totally safe to be soft and vulnerable in my quiet presence. You are heavily guarded by massive legions of angels right now. No dark weapon formed against your house will ever prosper again. You can finally close your tired eyes to truly rest in my warm embrace. A true heir does not run around in endless panic. A rightful heir sits perfectly still in their royal chair. They know their vast estate is totally secure. Feel that deep somatic peace settling deeply into your weary bones today. The rushing noise of the frantic world is quickly fading away. Only the gentle whisper of pure holy love remains in this quiet and beautiful room with you, while the dark shadows completely retreat from your bright light. You are completely safe from the vicious storms outside. The financial anxiety that literally kept you awake is dissolving into absolute nothingness. Put your right hand over your beating chest if you can. Feel the steady rhythm of your own heart. Every single heartbeat is a divine promise of my endless provision for your life. You survived the absolute darkest night of your human journey, and the glorious morning sun is shining brightly upon your face. The heavy fog in your mind is clearing out completely. You will wake up tomorrow morning with a brilliant and sharp focus. Your physical body is realigning with the perfect frequency of heaven. The deep ache in your muscles is slowly melting away. I am healing the silent trauma that nobody else even knew you carried. Your weary vessel is being completely restored to pure perfect health, because a massive blessing requires a strong and healthy body to properly manage it. Take another slow and deep breath with me right now. Inhale, my absolute perfect peace. Exhale, every last drop of lingering fear. You do not have to hold the entire world together anymore. I am holding the entire universe in the palm of my hand. I am holding your fragile heart with extreme and tender care. Let yourself simply exist without striving for just a few quiet minutes, because you have absolutely nothing left to prove to anyone. The spiritual battle is already won in the unseen realm. You do not need to lift another heavy finger to defend yourself. Your silent obedience is your absolute greatest weapon today. Enjoy this beautiful and profound stillness. Let the heavy tears fall if they need to fall. These are not painful tears of deep sorrow anymore. These are holy tears of massive relief and ultimate perfect victory as you finally cross the threshold into your magnificent new destiny. You are entering a beautiful season of extreme rest. The hard labor of the dry wilderness is totally finished. You will watch your massive harvest grow while you sleep in perfect peace. The days of endless grinding and brutal striving are officially behind you. Heaven is doing all the heavy lifting for you now. Just relax your tired hands and let me shower you with absolute grace so your bruised soul can completely heal. Stay in this profound stillness for a moment longer. Memorize how incredibly light your physical body feels right now. This holy lightness is your new permanent daily reality. Do not let the loud world steal this quiet peace when you walk away. You are the chosen one. Your physical being is completely wrapped in my absolute divine protection forever, and nothing can ever separate you from this glorious love. The heavy season of isolation is officially breaking off you today. You walked into this moment carrying the crushing weight of the entire world, but you are walking out as a fully restored rightful heir, and your massive inheritance is completely secure in the unseen realm right now. We must officially seal this prophetic word together today. Your physical action is the final step of your victory. If your gentle spirit confirms this profound peace, gently press the like button as your solid covenant with heaven. Write the number 777 in the comments below. Leave that specific number as the first stroke of an acknowledgement signed by an heir. You are officially signing for your massive heavenly delivery, and the enemy cannot steal what you legally claim in the open. Heaven works powerfully through human connection and pure compassion. There is someone in your phone contacts right now who is staring blindly at their screen, and they are absolutely terrified of tomorrow and the bills they cannot pay. They feel just as lonely and broken as you did 10 minutes ago. You have the exact medicine they desperately need to survive this dark night. Use your own hands to be their ultimate rescue right now. Pass this exact message on to them so you can save a fragile soul tonight, because heaven will remember your pure kindness. When you share my word with others, you instantly set the heavenly law of multiplication into motion. Your own massive harvest multiplies when you become a bright beacon of hope for someone else. Become the beautiful miracle they prayed for. The enemy will try to return tomorrow with his old familiar lies. He will whisper that this beautiful peace was just a fleeting human emotion. He desperately wants to separate you from this holy sanctuary before the next blessing arrives, and he hopes you will simply forget the powerful truth you heard today. You must build a permanent wall of protection around your fragile mind. Do not let the dark world hide my voice. Subscribe to this channel right now to secure your constant spiritual supply. Keep your heart permanently connected to this holy altar of pure truth. Tomorrow brings another specific revelation that will sharpen your new weapons, and you cannot afford to miss the crucial instructions for your upcoming harvest season. Your absolute obedience today guarantees your total victory tomorrow. Your financial reality is shifting permanently as you rest tonight. The heavy chains of generational poverty are completely shattered on the floor, and I am releasing massive favor over your daily work and your hidden dreams. People will suddenly bless you without even knowing exactly why they are doing it. That is the incredible magnetic power of an anointed rightful heir walking in their true authority. Your physical body will quickly recover from the intense trauma of the wilderness, and the deep exhaustion is leaving your tired bones right now. You will wake up tomorrow morning with a brilliant clarity and a profound sense of perfect purpose. The heavy brain fog is gone forever because your nervous system is resting safely. Your glorious healing is entirely complete today. The people who misunderstood your pure heart will quietly watch your massive rise. You do not ever need to defend your own name to them again. My holy presence will completely vindicate you in front of your hidden enemies. While you sit peacefully at the grand table I prepared for you, stand perfectly still and watch God move fiercely on your absolute behalf. Your quiet dignity is your greatest revenge. You are completely loved beyond any human measure or earthly understanding. You are the chosen one of the most high court of heaven. Hold on to this profound peace as you step boldly into your beautiful new reality. The door is wide open, and the infinite wealth of heaven is yours to keep forever. Rest well tonight, my precious child. Your magnificent new life officially begins right now.